going to talk later about Dolly and Bertie and Carnival and the blockbusters. But Mack and Mabel, didn't really make it.
No.
Did it? So talk about that. Talk about the experience of doing all the same amount of work, all the amount of perseverance, all the change and so forth. What that whole experience was like, and then have it not come up a winner.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm qualified to say that, because I think you have to.
Commercially,
Yeah, well, I think you have to have an outside-in look at it. And I was on the inside looking out and trying to put things together myself.
Test one.
Okay. I was trying to figure it out myself from the inside out, which is different because you see it differently, through a different lens. The people were great. The numbers were great. The choreography was great. I mean, God, this big slide comes down and thousands of showgirls or bathing beauties come down and
come down from the set. They had
came
a
down from the
slide
ceiling.
down
Things
the
that had never been seen before, right?
Yeah, and the girls came in. That's how they made their entrance, down the slide
Right.
into
And-
the set. It was incredible.
And the problem was that unlike Hello Dolly or 42nd Street, which were adapted from a book, Mack and Mabel had no book. It was a concept musical. They were writing it as we went along. You know what I mean? Well, there's a lot like that. And so they were taking a chance right from the very beginning. And there were things that did not pay off. First of all, it was done in flashback. Mack stood there and looking at the films being spread out over his head. Movies are movies, And
Lanterna Magica, they would come through the screen.
Right.
They actually have the screen, Lanterna Magica, and the dancers would come, they have the film, and then the people would actually come through the screen.
Right.
They'd
So-
be on film and then be live.
So he was telling the story
Brilliant concept.
of meeting Mabel. The true story of Mack and Mabel is that Mack fell in love with Mabel. And Gower tried to show that in this show. Let me get back to that one because I think that's really important. Something that happened to him was that he had a great number, where they did vignettes, Perils of Pauline on the saw, the guy doing a melodrama. And in between that, Mack was directing Mabel as a director, and he would get up on each of those vignettes and say, no, Mabel, no, stand over there. Let me show you what I want you to do. And he would do this thing with Mabel. And as he did each little vignette, Mack said, well, that was very good, very good. And the next one, he hugged her. He said, that's very good, And the last time they'd be really hugging, because Mack did get into some of his films in life. So he was trying to show through the multiplicity of things that happened, like you mentioned before, he'll take you through a whole range of emotions. That this song wasn't just about a passage of time from meeting Mabel to her becoming a star. It was about their love affair growing. And there was one actor in the show, whose name will not be mentioned, who would never stay where he was placed.
I won't mention
He
it.
always took the center spot. And Gower got so tired of telling him, please stay over there, that he said to hell with it, and he threw out the whole love affair. And I thought that set up the entire show for the Roses, da-da-da-dee, which sets up a love affair. And if that had been there, you would have been crying with the Roses. But he threw it out, I think because he was tired. This damn thing was a huge creative effort. And the one thing that did not pay off was the fact that the director, producer, I can't think of his name, was murdered, right? And they did that.
Desmond. You mean the character Desmond?
Right. So James
Mitchell
played the part, and he was killed, and Mabel got blamed for it. And so the thing ends rather sadly because she goes off on drugs and booze, and she sort of fades out of the picture, and you're sort of left with it. And Gower tried to resuscitate that by doing a Mack Sennett ending, the wedding in heaven of Mabel with Technicolor clothes and a vision, and there's a clown wedding. I get slapped in the face with a pie, and they get slapped, and everybody's falling down, and it was funny, but they never resolved the thing about Mabel.